Welcome back. I'm back. Welcome back. Let me get my setup here. I haven't gone live in a month, I want to say. Man, it's been crazy. When I tell you guys, I think I did go live. Hey, Dakota. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, girl. How's it going? I don't know if oh yeah is a boy or a girl. How are you guys doing? It's been so long. Any engagements? Hi, Billy. Oh, you're a boy. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. I've been, y'all, busy. Preston, that's you. Oh my God. How are you guys? I have been so busy. Like, I don't even know if busy is the right word. That's an understatement. But I finally have, I'm finally able to relax and take some time to breathe. It's been insane, to be completely honest, but all good things. Like today I woke up like, oh my God, all I have to do is something for me, right? All I gotta do is like clean my room. All I have to do is do some laundry. Like it's stuff for me. Self-care Sunday. What's everybody been up to? Dakota, when you say engagements, do you mean like actual engagements? Or, I mean, I've had a lot of engagements, but not, you mean like engagements? What kind of engagements are we talking about here? Hold on, I am trying to see. Can you guys hear me? Is the quality okay? Is the sound okay? What are we looking at? What are the vibes? Hi, welcome everybody. If you're here, you know me, thumbs up. Thank you for liking the video. And if you're new, welcome. You know, it's so crazy. Hi, Gigi. It's so crazy. This week, I had so many things I wanted to talk about with you guys that I felt would be so helpful for you. Oh, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Welcome. Welcome to the Soul Tribe. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I had so many gems that dropped into my head, and I thought, oh my God, this would be a great video to go live and like talk about some stuff. But because I've been so busy, I haven't had time to press record. So to combat that, you know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm going to start recording my thoughts that I think can really be helpful for you guys, and then I'm gonna make it into a short. And so that way it's just easier for me to just post like a 20-second video and go, because I have more time now. This week I'll go live a couple times this week. I'll spoil you guys a little bit. Hi, Faretin. How many kids you have? I was asking like marriage, but I was teasing because last time you said you were still dating. Oh. So dating life has slowed down a bit. And now I've been focusing on my business, to be honest with you. So you see this right here? I just finished a business cohort. So I graduated from that last week. Then I started a new internship. Y'all, it's been crazy. And then I'm doing a speech competition. And I just had one of the competition days was yesterday, so it's been a lot. Summer's over. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, y'all. Okay, I wanted to talk to you guys about something, and I really wanted to talk to you, mainly you guys, because you guys are like my day ones. Dakota, um, Preston, Billy, like you guys. Hi, GWA Wrestling. Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, so I wanted to get you guys' opinion. Thank you, Dakota. I wanted to get you guys' opinion on something. So you guys know my channel is called Soulspiration, right? I wanted to ask you guys, okay, my thought process is my actual business is called Soulspiration. Cute nose boop. Please wear a suitable bra. You might be right. I need to shut up. Stay focused. Anyway, I was thinking about turning this channel into just changing the name of this channel, and then just doing lifestyle stuff and like stuff like that. And I'll start another channel that's for my business. Does that make sense? So this channel is just gonna be advice, lifestyle, like all the things, personal. But and I'm also gonna change the name of the channel. Right? Because Soulspiration is my business name. And I'm like, I don't know if I want my business name attached to all the stuff I talk about on here, like dating and this and that and advice and vlogs and all these things. Like all that stuff is related because I go on deep tangents about deep topics that can all be connected, but I just don't want to have my business name attached to all the stuff I say on here. So that's why I think I'm gonna change the name of this channel. So for my day ones and for the new people, I'm gonna change the name of this channel. I had an epiphany the other day. Yeah. Too long. Looks like my Asian grandma's name. Hi, Soul Magic. Soul Magic. See, Soul Magic has a similar name to me, Soulspiration. Welcome to the Soul Tribe, Soul Magic. So anyway, I just wanted to get you guys' opinion on that. And also just let you know that I'm changing the YouTube channel name because you'll get a notification that's, Sadika, me, is live, and you're like, who's Sadika? I only know Soulspiration. So. Anyway. Or maybe I'll just shorten it to Soul. Dakota says, yes, separate is good. In business, you want to have clear, direct communication. Communication isn't the word, but yeah, like for example, there's a fire truck that's going to come by. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's so loud. For example, my Instagram name, if you go on my Instagram now, it's just for business. And I kind of like shaved everything off of it that doesn't look business related. And then I plan on making a private little Instagram account when a private little Instagram account of just like, hey, look at this matcha I'm trying. Like everything just personal and silly and cute. I just want that to be separate from my business. So I think my channel is going to reflect that too. I think the police are in your home. Honestly, you guys, that's how this building is built, is that outside sounds like it's inside the house. So when a fire truck passes, it sounds like it's in the... This building was built in the 60s, okay? Hi, Chica. Hi, Armani. Welcome. It's been a minute. How are you guys doing? It has been a while. But I finally have downtime. So, that is my goal. Outside is ghetto and inside is no. I mean, outside can be ghetto, but it's outside where I live is actually it's a mixture of both. It's nice, but it's also you never know what you're gonna get with all the people from downtown that come up here. Anyway, what's new? Catch me up. What is new? Okay, yeah, I just told some of you guys, I was just saying how I finished a business cohort. So I graduated from that, and that's the shirt I'm wearing. It was an accelerator business for my business. And it was just people who like we met with every week and gave us advice for every piece of your business, whether it's like social media, AI, automation, funding, finding funding for your business, like everything like that. And it was like a 11-week program. Some of the meetings were in person, and most of them were virtual. And yeah, we had like a little graduation party, and they gave us like a little micro grant. So I'm gonna use that to go towards my business. That's the thing. And my mom did it with me, so that was probably the biggest, not the biggest, but like a nice, really cool thing that just happened. I think you can feed 4 children at one time. What are you talking about down there? Like, what are you on? Hey, Grant. Yes, it's, I'm grateful for it. They say you have to use it towards like education and towards your business. I'm like, I have a lot of things I could use this for. But I'll definitely use it for my business too. But, it's pricey out here, so. I think you can feed for... Oh, yeah, I know. He's doing too much. I think he's making a reference about something. I see you rocking BBB. Is that the actual Better Business? It is. It is. So, obviously the BBB is like nationwide, but they have little segments in your region. Also, I recommend you guys checking it out in your region. So, in the Pacific North and Southwest, which would be like California, Arizona, they have these cohorts. And so when I was doing it, there were other people doing it in Arizona at the same time. We were all on the same call. So there'd be like 100 of us on one call, but we were all in different places, like California, Phoenix, Arizona, and all these other places. So check in the East Coast, and I think they might have versions of that in like East Coast, Midwest, and stuff like that, because the BBB is nationwide. Yeah, so I recommend it. A lot of great information, and then you can kind of just like take your time with everything you've learned and then just go back and try to implement it into your business. Whatever your business is, there are people from all walks of life. One guy had a tomato paste business. He was selling tomatoes. Not tomatoes, marinara sauce. I had a crush on him. And then that's neither here nor there. He's Clearly never been around beautiful women. Clearly, right, Dakota? Jeez Louise. So yeah, everybody had all types of stuff. So, and you don't have to be like established in your business. You can be brand new. You can be whatever. Like you could be barely getting it off the ground. Some people have been in business for a long time and they were in it. So all walks of life. You've been lacking on the uploads. I know. Preston, I know I haven't been uploading at all. Because if you hear what I'm saying, I've been so busy. And honestly, like now that I'm finally with downtime, I have to pick and choose what I'm going to be spending my time doing. Because I can say yes to so many things, and then the minute I look up, I'm like, holy crap, I've said yes to this, and now I have no time for the other things that I find really important. Like, I want to take YouTube more seriously. Like, I want to upload more. I want to engage with you guys more. I want to do this more. But when I say yes to too many things, it prevents me from doing that. Crushing on Tomato Peddler. You know what's so funny? I'll tell you guys what happened with that. That's awesome. Big accomplishment in my book. You can be certified. Thanks, Chica. Yeah. Actually, if you want to get certified, I think you have to get, like, there's like another process for that. This was more so just getting a lot of awesome information. Like, I learned a lot about AI and how to do business, like process automation. And I learned about this software that's going to help me with editing videos. And I'm just like, okay, that's going to be another way I'm going to be quicker to upload content. Because before I was busy, the hugest issue I had was uploading, editing, and then posting. So like editing was a huge reason for why I was not posting. But AI helps you edit quicker. Aw. I missed you, Preston. I would have never thought it was you. You went incognito. You changed your name and you changed your photo. But now I know it's you. As long as you keep your photo like that, I'll know it's you. Yeah. So anyway, Dakota, so the funny story about whoever's still here, the guy who sells the tomato paste, I saw him on the call and I was like, oh, he's cute. And then we had a couple of in-session and in-person meetings. And he just like never said anything. So, whatever. On the very last day, he was standing next to a woman who was like in my pod, right? And then I'm like, I'm going to say something to him. So then as I gave the girl in my pod a hug, like I gave her a hug, and then I just looked at him and I was just like, I don't think we've ever met before, right? And he goes, I know, right? And he just like reaches for this huge hug, and I'm like, okay. And I'm just like, we haven't even said one word to each other, and you're like reaching for a massive hug. It was so strange. And so, but I just started like flirting with him. Like I was just looking at him, and he got so nervous. I was like, aw. And then I looked him up, and he had a girlfriend, and I was like, ugh, whatever. Oh well. Not meant for me. Yeah, it's so funny because he got so nervous. Like, what did I say to him? He was like, yeah, I'm the one who sells the marinara sauce. And I was like, oh yeah, that is you, isn't it? And I just like stared at him. Like, I just looked at him. Yeah, and he was just like his eyes got really big, and he was like, and he had to like turn away, and I was like, oh damn. You had a little fun though. I did. It was kind of interesting to see him get that nervous. But like, not to. So I found his business Instagram. Right. I'm like, I was just curious about him and his business, right? So then I found his business name. I looked it up online, and then I looked it up on social media, and I found his business page. We all have like connected with each other, like everybody. I've connected with a lot of people on there, but I was just curious about like how well is his business doing? Like how long has he been in business for? We didn't have any chance to talk, so I went on his business Instagram, and then he had someone modeling a hat, and it was a girl, but then the emoji next to it was like heart eyes, and I was like, oh, that must be his girl, right? So then but he tags his girl, so then I go on this girl's page. I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, okay. I finally see their couple picture. I'm like, oh, that's his girlfriend. But I scroll down a bit, and I'm like, yo, they've been together forever, like forever. Like I saw it was like 2015 or something, and I was like, dang. So can't ruin that, you know. I gotta let the lovebirds be. I'm such a good person, right? Dakota says I be internet scoping my crushes. I mean, in the age of the internet, yeah. Hey Shari, how are you? The good ones last a while. Yeah, and honestly, at first I was being a hater. And I was just like, you know, whatever. But then I realized, but then the energy I got from her when I was on her page was that she has good energy and I can feel it, you know? So I got out of hateration mode, and I was just like, good for her, you know? Good for them. I hope they last even longer. Hi Rob. Hello friend, I just came in. Welcome. It's been a minute. Haters gotta hate. Haters gonna hate. But you know, I just had a girl moment where you kind of like size somebody up for a second, like, oh, she's not even that cute. You know, we all do it. We're all human. Guys do it too. They'll see a girl that they like, and then they find that she has a guy, and then they'll go on his page and be like, bro, this dude is like, he's a lame, he's this, he's that. So I had a quick moment where I was just like, it's not what I was expecting, but then I realized I'm being a hater, one, and then two, I realized they've been together forever, and I can tell she has good energy. That's called growth, you guys. Growth. What's up, girl? What you been up to? What you laughing about, Chica? You know what's so funny is that growth. That is growth. That is growth. Like the old me would have. Oh, you're not like joking. You're not making fun of this. You're just. Anyway, I think it is growth. The old me probably just would have stayed at that. Like, oh, she's not even cute. You know. But then I realized it's not always about looks. Like, looks don't make a relationship last from 2015 till now, right? Like, obviously there's more to the picture. On top of that, he finds her attractive. If he didn't, he wouldn't be with her that long. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, I don't want to compete with women. I don't want to compete with women. That's sad. I don't want to be that woman who competes with other women. Like, sometimes naturally there is competition in some things, but I've noticed a lot of women are very competitive, and it's like, especially when it comes to guys, it's like we don't have to be like this. So to me, that's growth. I always just think he's dealing with problems. I don't have to. Am I just jaded? Dakota, I think you told me that you got out of a really long-term relationship, right? So, when you say jaded, I think you may be a little bit jaded, or you're just in a space where you don't have to deal with other people's isms anymore. Like, relationships take work, right? Especially long term. So, long term, getting out of it, you probably are a little jaded. But at the same time, being single is easier to me than being in a relationship, long term relationship. You're dealing with another human, breathing, thinking, feeling, finicky human being, as we all are. We're all finicky, we're all emotional, we all have ups and downs. We're real people. Speaking about that, how was your last date though, babe? Last we spoke, you were getting ready for a date. Oh, is that the last time we spoke? I was getting ready for a date. You guys. Let's just say I'm never seeing him again. I made, immediately after I came home from that date, I recorded a video to talk about it, to do like a story time date. And then I thought, no, I don't know if I want to be messy like this. You know, because this is under my business name. Because honestly, it was crazy. Like, you can't make this stuff up. What happened on that night? That's probably, people used to ask me, have you ever had a bad date? And I don't think I've ever had a bad date. Like, but that was the strangest. Mind you, we went to this amazing, like, fancy, well served, beautiful restaurant, right? I'll tell you what, I never have an issue grabbing, like, bagging guys. Like, you know, there's never an issue in that. Never have an issue with the place, location, the quality of the date. That's never been an issue. This guy's got some different issues. And there's a lot of lessons I learned because I told you I knew this guy. I knew him from a business pack. This club I used to be in, a business pack club. And the way that I put people on a pedestal in that club, because I thought, oh my God, like, I'm not even really in business yet. Do I deserve to be here? Like, I was questioning my value, questioning if I, you know, deserved to be there, questioning everything. And people that were doing well and were donors of that club, I put them on this pedestal. He was one of them. Turns out people are just human, just like everybody else, and they screw up and they got issues. So, long story short, you guys, we're having dinner. The service is amazing. The food is just top notch, right? Just great place. I mean, I had bone marrow for the first time. I don't know if you guys ever had bone marrow. It was like a very eclectic squid and all this other stuff. I'm like, oh my God, this is one of those fancy places, right? Anyway, he picks up the tab. We stand up. Facts, Dakota. Facts. Growth. Because Sadiqa 4 years ago couldn't make that distinction. Anyway, he pick, you know, blah, blah, blah. Pick up the tab. We walk outside, and he goes, no. He says, what do you want to do next? Chica. Honestly, Chica, first and last time for bone marrow for me. Like, I don't know. It's an acquired taste, in my opinion. Like a business opportunity. He's got issues. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. God bless him, though, honestly. So after we're kind of wrapping up dinner, he looks at me at the table and says, hey, what do you want to do next? And I was like, mind you, we're downtown at the harbor. I'm thinking, let's just go for a walk. Let's walk off all this food we just had. And he was like, nah. I'm like, okay. Like, why wouldn't you want to walk along the harbor? It's beautiful. And then he goes, sorry, I'm like replaying it. So then he goes, okay, let's just go get the car. We'll figure something else out. I'm like, what? And so anyway, we go, this restaurant had valet. So we walk around, picks up the car. And then as we're walking, he starts smoking a cigarette. And I was like, what? Ugh, sorry, no shade to you guys who might smoke cigarettes in here, but that's a no-go for me. Cigarettes are a no for me. He's like, do you mind if I smoke? I said, yeah. I said, no. I said, no, I don't mind, but really I minded. I was like, as soon as he took the cigarette out, I knew that was the last time I was gonna see him. This is before it got weird. I already knew then after I saw the cigarette. I was like, nope, it's not gonna work for me. But I said, no, that's fine, go ahead. Mental note, nope. We walk around and get the car, and the car is not ready yet. The valet hasn't brought it around the corner yet. We start walking kind of down the street. He's like, hey, let's just go for a quick little walk to the stoplight. And I'm like, okay. So we walk to the stoplight. He's like, hey, I gotta tell you something. But you promise you can't tell anybody. I was like, okay. No, he was Asian. No, he wasn't Asian. Rob, what are you talking about? Anyway, we walk to the stoplight, and we come back, and he goes, okay, I'll tell you why, like, we can't go for a walk. And I said, what is the reason? And he goes, he lifts up his leg, his ankle, and he's got an ankle bracelet. Not a cute ankle bracelet, but he's got an what do you call those when you're under watch? I can't believe I'm telling you guys this. An ankle monitor, yes. Exactly. Yes. Never in my wildest dreams did I think this man. Yes. Never did I ever. He's from this business pack. I put him up here. Never did I think. So I'm thinking, what the heck? What I should have done was call an Uber from where we were back to where my car was. Because when I go on dates with people, I don't get in their car the first time. I mean, I knew him already, so I said, I don't want him to know where I live. So I just parked my car in a public space, public parking spot. Like, we parked in front of like a TJ Maxx. And then he picked me up from the parking lot. And then I got in his car, and then we went to the restaurant. Yeah, so I don't let people pick me up from my house. I've learned from that. Never doing that. And then that's it. So then he picked me up from the parking lot. But from the restaurant, when I saw his ankle monitor, I was like, I don't know what I was thinking. I should have just called the Uber from the restaurant back to my car. But he was like, I'll take you back to your car. And I was like, but I said, okay, so let's just go home, right? And like, mind you, I said, I'm not judging you. Like, so we get in the car, he starts telling me a little bit more about like what happened and how he got to that place. And he pretty much told me that he had a DUI. But apparently to get a DUI, I think you have to drive under the influence multiple times, right? That's my understanding. Like, you have to be like cited multiple times. But mind you, at the dinner table, I was like, weren't you like, I had like, I think a cocktail and a glass of wine, and he didn't have anything. I was like, why aren't you having a drink? And he was just like, I can't, I gotta drive. I'm gonna have precious cargo in the vehicle. And I was like, oh, that's sweet, right? Then I realized, no, that had nothing to do with me. It had everything to do with the fact that he can't drink because he's got and he had a curfew. So that's why he couldn't go walking on the harbor the way he wanted to. It's why, anyway. We get in his car, and he's like, "Oh shoot, it's time to go." He's like, "I gotta get home. If there's a curfew." Oh, okay. Okay, to go. Thank you for clearing that up. I thought you had to get like cited multiple times before you get the DUI. All right, good to know. Um. So anyway, he tells me he has a curfew when we're in his car. He's like, "Oh shoot, you know what we're gonna have to do?" This was more game he was running. We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to go. You know what? I'm not telling you guys any more of this. That's enough. But let's just say I'm not seeing him again. And then he found me on Instagram and followed me, and I did not follow him back. Wait, I'm listening. The best thing the I guess the cool thing I got out of it was good food, great view, great service, strange situation, and pictures in his Lambo. I'd never been in a Lamborghini before, so that was kind of the cool part. But other than that, like, he could have been crazy. He could have been a fucking crazy person. And honestly, it doesn't matter what people do. It doesn't matter how much money they have. None of that shit matters. Like, they could be effing crazy. And the angels were watching me. The ancestors were watching over me. Because when we got in his car, he started driving like a maniac. You don't seem like the Lamborghini type. Why? Because my hair is messy? I didn't know the guy had a Lamborghini. I didn't know that, you know? But again, I knew him from a business pack, and his business pack had a lot of well-to-do people there. You join business packs to network. You join business packs for business opportunities. But as a woman, of course, men are always on the watch, especially if they're single, and it's just proximity. Like, hey, you're here, you're there, you know, wherever you are is where you'll find people. People are everywhere. So to answer your question, Dakota, do I only date rich cats? It's funny you say rich cat. I date people of all tax brackets. I date people of all tax brackets. But I mean, I definitely have a standard for myself. So if I have a standard for myself, I have a standard for other people. But I'm not just like, oh, millionaires only. That's not like, no. That experience taught me character over anything else. His character is not. He was strange. Why do Dakota? You just heard me what I said, and then you asked me that question. Like, if you were listening to what I just said, you wouldn't ask me that question. That question lets me know you weren't listening. Anyway, so that's my answer to your question you just asked me right now. Thank you, Sun-Eyed Jaguar. So anyway, that takeaway for me was, do not Why is Dakota's question real, Chica? Because I need to hear it, because I don't believe it. You don't believe what? You don't believe that You weren't listening. None of you guys were. Because if you were listening, you wouldn't have even asked me that question. What are you on? What are you on? I see. I gotta be careful with what I tell guys. Like, type of guy. Oh, I happen to go on a date with a guy. He happens to own a Lamborghini. Like, was that kind of a cool part for me? Yeah, I'd never been in a Lamborghini before. We gotta know, babes. You just flexed the Lambo. It's not my Lambo, but that was my first time in a Lambo. Yes, which is kind of sick. I was like, oh shit, it's kind of cool. Listening and hearing are different traits. Yeah, you didn't hear what I said. You were listening, but you didn't hear. Because had you heard, I don't have a Lamborghini, but we can walk to the restaurant on our date since you like to walk. Okay, I'm gonna take a shot at you guys for a second. Are you ready? I gotta be careful with what I tell guys. You guys are all men right now. And as a woman, I know that when I say, oh, I think you guys take it personal, even if it has nothing to do with you. Like, you go to the extremes, and you guys are asking me really silly questions right now, and I want better from you guys. I really do. I want you guys to be more evolved than this. Hi, Iman. Take what personal? It seems like, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe I'm interpreting this wrong. It seems like guys can start feeling like some type of way if a woman says that she went on a date with a guy who has X, Y, and Z. And then it's like, oh, so you only date guys who are like this? Oh, so you and then it's the extreme of, oh, so since you like to walk, then we can walk. We can take a day on my bus pass. Oh, like, that is one extreme to the next. Like, that is just one extreme to the next. This is how we joke. Yeah, I see that. Okay, I'm not listening. I'm not taking none of this stuff personally. I'll just be chatting away. But obviously, if this was a bunch of women in the group chat, the group chat would look different. They'd be like, "Girl, then what happened? Girl, are you serious, girl?" Better in person, hard to do in text. I've been around long enough to know what people say and do are often not aligned, so I asked to see their response. Dakota, what are you getting at, though? I'm trying to understand why you thought you would ask me if I would date you with your bus pass if you heard what I said. So you didn't hear what I said. You said, do I only date rich cats? I don't only date rich cats. But at the same time, why would you want someone that you fancy to have to get around on a bus pass? Like, why do you want someone to join you? Not you, but why would a man want someone that he finds worthy, beautiful, and all these other things to join you in your misery? Like, sometimes I think guys ask this question. I'm gonna be real with you guys, because I'm not real with you guys. I'm not when it comes to dating and stuff like that, and sometimes like the mentalities that I see, I don't always give you guys like the real on this topic, because I just want to make sure that, because I'm pretty neutral, but I'm still privy to things. So I want you to realize that when you ask that question to me, to anybody else, you are pretty much saying, I want someone to join me in on my own misfortune. Because chances are that's not the life someone really wants for themselves. But I want a beautiful woman that I find worthy and all these great things to join me in, join me on this. It's what you're saying. Again, not you, but just in general. Well, did you well you didn't have to flex the Lambo, so it felt like a status play. I don't even have a Lambo. You know what? I shouldn't have said nothing. This is just, I regret. I regret. I regret. I'm telling you guys, it was my first time in a Lamborghini, and then now you're like, so you only drive big guys in a Lamborghini? Like, that was my first time, so how could I only name Lamborghinis? I didn't even know he had one. Anyway, y'all are stressing me out. I'm really rich in spirit. Anyway, new topic. I think the bigger takeaway. Hey, we fam here. It's all up. Okay, good, because y'all are making me mad. But I can't get, Anyway. The biggest takeaway for me, my learning lesson, is that I belong anywhere. I belong in any room all the time. Because the mentality that I had about 4 years ago was like, I had to dress and be perfect in the space where I was meeting these people at the business pack. I had to question myself, what can I bring of value? Am I valuable? Am I worthy to be here? And I put all these people on pedestals because they had all this money and all this and all that and la 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 la. And now I'm saying these people are just as flawed, working through shit, working through a lot, and they're only human. And kind of like you said, Dakota, how you do business and how you do your personal life is not the same thing. And I saw firsthand that someone that I thought was so up here, clearly has a drinking problem or has this need to be having adrenaline rush all the time because now you want to drink and drive crazy. And when we were in his car, he was driving crazy and he hadn't even had anything to drink. And I was like, okay. Yes, ma'am, you belong. Love that. Yeah, I refuse to impress others to make them happy. And that's another thing. Like, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with having nice things. But I think when people lead with that, they're making up for a deficit. Like I told you guys, the last person that... Why am I telling you guys this? Actually, I already told you guys this on the live. The other live was... I was saying how that guy would try to pretend like, oh my God, everyone's trying to take advantage of me. But he led with things and this and that and extravagance. And like, what woman's not going to be attracted to that to some degree? Like, oh, okay, never done that before. Let's try that, right? Why not? Anybody would. But I don't think he had anything else. I think he was trying to fill a hole, a loneliness deficit. And he would just get women just by whatever he could give them, and that was as far as it went. And then when he couldn't provide anything else emotionally stimulating, you couldn't tell if he actually even really liked you. I'm like, am I a placeholder, or do you actually like me? Like, the way he was moving, I'm like, I feel like any girl can fill this seat. You know what I mean? Like, I like to know that you have interest in me. I did coach him, actually, I did Chica. I coached him, and it was exhausting because I felt like I was talking to a brick wall. Naturally I'm a coach. Naturally a motivator and an emotional support. I'm that way naturally. That is one of the benefits of being with me. But when it gets to a point where I realize you don't even care, you're just wanting to feel your own need. That's when I had to remove myself from the situation. I used to think the same way, so I used to think I didn't belong, but when I got to know everyone's life, I noticed they all had less than I had. Yeah, like sometimes it's, and not even just like from a material standpoint. Like I really don't want to make this a material thing, even though I did, thought it was kind of cool. I'd never been in one of those types of cars before. I'm only human, but at the same time, I realized how much people, how much people can lack internally is really what I'm discovering, and that's scary. Because now you're using status. Now we're using status and a title, and income, and toys, and gadgets, and all these things to make up for what's not really there. And I take a man that has character, confidence, and self-awareness over the gadgets any day. I'm being real. Because that stuff is fun and cute in the beginning. Then you're like, what are we doing here? Like, what do we have? What's going on? Why do I feel alone in this relationship? Doesn't make sense. You know? I like that the power of you versus we when explaining, very powerful. Thank you. Yeah. When we talk to people, they say it's, you take the point, you stop pointing the finger and you redirect it towards yourself. So if I'm talking to you directly, Chica, I'll be like, you always make me feel this way. You always make me feel embarrassed every time we're in public. And then naturally, as a human, you're going to be like, what do you mean you start, and then now it feels personal, right? Instead of listening to what I'm saying, right? But if I point it back at me and I say, I find myself feeling really embarrassed when I'm out in public, and I'm not sure if it's intentional, like, right? But now you are listening to what I'm saying because I put it back on me. Not to take the blame, but this is how I'm feeling. Help me understand why this is happening. There's so many different ways to communicate. I'm learning about these things. Yeah, so anyway. He may have felt that she put him on a pedestal and he was thinking he was an easy target and he was going to get whatever he wanted. No, Rob, here's the thing. I only had 2 words to say to that man when we were actually like meeting on a public space. There's another side of the conversation that I didn't get a chance to share when I was in that space. But no, he had a girlfriend the entire time. Him and I spoke maybe 3 times. His girlfriend like took to me. She liked me. And she always wanted to like be next to me. Like when we had these events down there at the downtown, he'd bring his girlfriend by, and he'd come by and be like, my girlfriend wants to talk to you. Like she couldn't talk for herself, and she'd just come over. She was cute, but like I had more conversations with his girlfriend than I did with him, so he didn't know that. I wouldn't say I put him on a pedestal. It was more so that I just thought he had his stuff together, and mentally and internally, because he looked like he had it together on the outside. So pedestal is the wrong word. I think there was other people I put on a pedestal, but not him. Hi, Mr. 313. Yeah, and on a deeper level, those do things to the psyche, and if a person isn't spiritually at that level of perception, it's not pretty. Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, we all have work to do on ourselves, you know? And like, I don't want to make this person I'm talking about a bad person. Like, I was having a conversation with my mom the other day, and I told my mom, I said, Mom, I don't want to make people monsters anymore. Because we're all here on a journey. If you think about why we're on this earth, it is to work on ourselves. It's to work through the trauma of childhood. It's to work through the triggers. It's to understand why we have knee-jerk reactions to things, why we create stories in our head, how to change the story. Like, we're here to evolve and get better. So when you talk to somebody and they behave certain ways and you kind of have a tendency to make them a monster, I have a tendency to like think, oh my God, I don't like that person. Like, they're just a bad person. No, that person's on a journey and they're still evolving, or they haven't gotten to that next level yet. That doesn't mean you have to subject yourself to it. It doesn't mean you have to be in their presence all the time. But there's people who I'm thinking, dang, why does she do that? Like, why does she do that? Why is she doing that, right? And I kind of like make them bad. Then I realized she's on a journey just like I am. For whatever she's got going on, for some reason, something about me makes her have a knee-jerk reaction, and she's got to do something to make herself feel better. We're all doing it in some capacity. What story are we telling ourselves in our head? What do we need to work through? There's a lot. So again, like that person I went on a date with, he's not a monster. He's just on a journey. But that's not a journey I'm going to be on with him. That's it. You know, and if we look at it that way, we won't take dating personal. We won't take anything personal, because it's not. It's not. Nothing is personal. Nothing is personal. Very nice, Soul. I appreciate you in your light. Thank you, Chica. Nothing is personal, y'all. Everybody is here on a journey. The last thing I'll say about this is that my mom actually, she had this, and she provided input to my discovery, and she was like, "You're right, because people, the same way people have like a natural giggle, the same way that someone has like a natural giggle, right? Somebody says something funny, I want to be like, hee ha, right? That's like a knee-jerk reaction. That's just my response. We all have a knee-jerk reaction to everything. We all have a knee-jerk response and action to everything. I'm gonna give you a couple examples just because they need to be said. A pretty girl sees another pretty girl. What's her knee-jerk reaction? Depends. Some woman's knee-jerk reaction would go up to tell her, and women have done this to me, I've done this to women, I just want to come up and tell you I think you're so beautiful. I hope you have a great day. I'm like, thank you. Another woman will bump into you. Another woman will hug her boyfriend tight. It just depends on the person, because they are on a journey. Another example, somebody finds out that you have something good going for you. What's their knee-jerk reaction? Start talking about your clothes. What story is that person telling themselves? That they can't have something good happening to them too? That's why it's not personal. The reason why it's not personal is because it's not just you they're doing that to. They're having a knee-jerk reaction to anything that they have not addressed yet. If I haven't addressed the story I'm telling myself, if I have not addressed the issues I got going on, I'm gonna have that same knee-jerk reaction to everybody I meet. That triggers that inside of me because I haven't addressed what I got going on. I have not addressed. So it's not personal because I'm not the only one who's, I'm just using this as an example, who's successful. I'm not the only one in the world who's pretty. I'm not the only in the world who's this, who's that. So I'm not the only one who's smart. There's plenty of other people who are smart and pretty and this and that. So when somebody responds that way to me, I used to think, oh my God, it's me. And that's kind of narcissistic if you think about it. Like, it's just me. Why are they doing this to me? To Sadiqa. And I thought, that is so narcissistic to think I'm the only one they're doing this. So that's why it's not personal. Thanks, Chica. I think you're the only one for me, though. Just like, oh my God. So anyway, I'll give you guys an example. One more example of what's happening currently. So I'm in a speaking club, leadership club, and the more you start to get better at things and speak in different places and get opportunities, people start acting different. And I went to a Halloween party recently. And people were acting funny. I was like, why do I feel weird today? Like, why do I feel like, what's going on here? And then I just started seeing the energy shifts were different. And I thought, you know what? I can't take this personal. I can't take any of this stuff personal. Anyway, you missed my apology. Sorry for getting you fired up. I'm a fire sign also. Sometimes we spark each other's fire. Oh, I see. Dakota, are you a Sagittarius? Mr. 313. Oh my goodness. Knee-jerk reaction to the comment. I knew it. I'm a Leo, so it's funny. They say for a female Leo, the best matches are an Aries or a Sagittarius. But I don't know, Dakota. You probably know. A Sagittarius probably knows exactly how to get under my skin, and that's probably why. But at the same time, if they know how to get under my skin, they probably also know how to make me feel really happy and very good. What did you dress up as? If I tell you, you can't judge me. Dang, bro, where you been at? What's up, Mick Swagger? I have been so busy. You missed my spiel earlier. I'm not going to go over it again, but it's good to see you again. Okay, I was a witch. We talked about this already, Dakota. Yes, we discussed. I support the queen in her aggressive desires, but know how to keep her grounded. Her aggressive desires. How are desires aggressive? Riddle me that. Very nice casting spells with your smile. Yeah, some people were shook because I had black lipstick on. I looked fire though. Because I'm embracing the darkness more, but not in the way that people think. I'm gonna do a whole nother segment on this of what I've learned about the darkness and how we're all being shammed about why the darkness is not actually evil. It's actually the secret. It's the key. Fire signs are intense in chasing what they want. Wait, I missed some comments. She's been busy riding around in her boyfriend's Lamborghini. Rob, you are a mess for real. Like, always instigating. Oh my god. Like if I had to leave it up to Rob to summarize something I said, I would never leave it up to him because oh my god. Shadow work. Exactly. Thank you, Mick Swagger. It's a good reason. Thank you. Somebody gets it. Yo, I gotta go get groceries and today's Sunday and tomorrow I got my internship and I'm just like but it's only 3. I think I'll go around 5. The sooner I go, the better, honestly. Anyway, yeah, the darkness is like, I love it. I like lightness too. Yep, get up. Real, Chica, real. How's the meal prepping? Still doing it? Yeah, I'm still doing it in very simple ways. Like I don't portion it out in like those little lunch size things, but I do make things in bulk and just eat from it. So like I made like a huge thing of kale, steamed broccoli. I'll like make fish in bulk. I'll make beans in bulk. So just like high protein greens, quinoa, rice, you know. I'm trying to get skinny. What is in my tooth? Sorry, y'all. I've been looking at that the whole time. I didn't know if that was... I don't know what it was. How was your week? I came in late, so I didn't hear you say. Busy. But last week was the first week of my internship. Y'all, I'm interning for this company, and I'm in a completely different like career. I'm like, whoa. So that's another thing. I've been taking another course. I'm trying to get into like the technology, so I'm going into the tech space, but more of like the physical hardware stuff. Yeah. So anyway, it's been busy. So I've been juggling that. I just wrote a paper last night. Yo, I've been busy. Okay, like I did a presentation on Saturday. Wrote a paper. The first week of my internship, and then that's how my week went. It was a good week though. Yesterday was really good. Yesterday, I gave the presentation, then I had lunch with my colleagues, and then I wrote my paper. Came back, took a shower, doom scrolled for a little bit, and then I fell asleep. What is going on? What do y'all talk about? Hold on. How's the gym? The gym has been good. The last time I went to the gym was the week before. That was last week. So not this past week, but the last week. It's been nice. Lifting is really important. So I've been digging that. I need to get back into the gym though. But it's been raining. Like it's gonna rain tomorrow and it's gonna rain Tuesday. So I want to go back out for a walk. My goal was to get my groceries early and then come back and go for a walk, but I don't want to tire myself out. Like I have to drive like 25 minutes to get to my internship and like, you know, be in the office setting all day, and you know, I'm gonna preserve my energy. You know what I mean? You went to jail because he had a DUI. I need to get back on my meal prepping too. This is why I can't tell y'all nothing. And that's why I'm never gonna tell y'all nothing ever again. It's just showing your butt. Never telling y'all nothing again. Sidika, how's everything going? Cool. Sidika, what's new? None. Hey, Sidika. I saw it. Dad joke of the day. Why did the chef go to prison for assault and batter? Oh, assault. I'm going to LA in January. Come up for some coffee. It's a long drive for some coffee. No, but that's cool. What's in LA? I'm like two-ish and a half hours south of LA, so hence the laugh. Oh, I see. I thought that was a nervous laugh. That was like your way of like inviting me out, and you didn't want to look too thirsty, so you just put the emojis. You know how guys be doing that. I'm hungry now. I'm trying to think about. I think I'll go get groceries now. Boo, ain't nobody nervous. Oh. Dakota. Who you talking to? Where are you from again, Dakota? You sound like you've been around a lot of I'm just curious what the demographic of your city is. You sound like you've been around a lot of certain people. People that look like me. I've invited you out, Soul, and you've glanced at it. Wait, Chica, what? What are you talking about? It's just a 2-hour bus ride from LA to San Diego. I live with the Amish. Oh, okay. I'm getting tech learning too at Soul, but I'm doing self-learning in my spare time. Good. Like I feel like obviously with the age of AI, what the interesting thing about it is that people say, "Oh yeah, get into a digital space," but AI can take over anything digital. So it's like people are like, "Oh no, don't do hardware, don't do mechanical engineering, you should do software engineering. Don't do electrical engineering, do software engineering." But it's like at the same time, AI is taking over software engineering. So it's like, why would you do that? Anything that's digital, which is so weird because it's like the only thing AI can't take over is hardware. You know, some industries are AI feature proof, in my opinion. But AI will always still be in the picture, but it can't replace, you know, physical networks. It can't replace physical antennas, you know, or microwaves that send signals out, you know what I'm saying, to different transportation infrastructures and stuff like that. Like there's just certain things that it just can't penetrate, in my opinion. I don't know all what AI can do, but I know it can do a lot, but I know it actually will take over the digital space more. So just honestly, Rob, when you get into tech, just keep in mind that it's like I want to be on the digital space too, but it's also so weird that AI is like able to take over a lot of things that are digital. So I'm like, so should we stay physical? Like I'm so confused. It don't make sense. Oh no, do software engineering. Like I remember people like, no, don't do mechanical, don't do electrical, don't do this, don't do that. So AI is still an assistant to software engineers, especially in big companies with old software infrastructure. It's better to have a human who has an AI assistant. It's better to have a human who has an AI assistant. That's what they say. Like, I feel like this is what we're saying to make ourselves feel better. But the fact that there is AI, I saw an ad on YouTube for AI coding. AI is coding for you. I'm thinking, what's going to be the point of a software engineer if there's going to be coding? AI is going to be doing the coding for us. I think that's what it's going to be for now. I work in tech and we are using AI as assistants. So, okay, I get, oh, well, then you know better than me. But at the same time, though, AI hallucinates, makes you, until you teach it. Let me stop. I'm going down conspiracy theory. Like, obviously, you guys, you're in it. You're using AI as an assistant, which means that whoever was in that admin assistant role probably got laid off. God bless them, honestly. But now I'm thinking, okay, AI gets better when we train it. So a part of me doesn't want to train AI. Why are we letting this happen? I feel like we on one hand we're like, oh, like we gotta get good with using AI, but on the other hand it's like, no, we don't. It's like when you go on LinkedIn, people are like trying to be so hip and down and cool with AI, and I'm just like, why? It's like they don't want to, but they know that there's a lot of opportunity in this shift we're in. So they're like, I might as well just get in where we can fit in and make money. But the crazy thing about it is that how complex is AI for you to actually have to continuously learn it? Like most AI tools, you figure it out in like a day or two. and that's it. And then it takes over. So it's not like IT where there's always something to learn. It's not like, or maybe I'm wrong, it's not like software engineering where there's so much to code and learn. It just seems like these AI tools are like you can learn them in a week and then you're done learning. Am I right? It's like the new internet. There will eventually be new opportunities. Oh, well, I gotta get in while the getting is good. You feel me? That's the part that I'm trying to figure out because like I've learned about all these different AI tools, Storm AI, Gemini, Perplexity, like all these um, AI to trade on the stock market. Damn, even stock market broker is about to go out of it, y'all. This is crazy. Why? Why though? Like, I realize there's this algo trading, but why are we welcoming this with open arms though? I don't understand that. This is up to us. I'm not following. Someone's gonna have to help me understand. There's this AI called Lemonade, or it's a feature. It's called it's something yellow. It's either bananas. I think it's called bananas, and I think it's on Gemini. Anyway, pretty much it's a feature on it, and you can pretty much use your voice to do podcasts. Yeah, but we don't have to accept it though. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have to accept it. Good night. I was having a full-blown argument with myself the other day, and I was just like, why are we accepting this? Like, I get it. It automates. It's great. It's this. It's that. But I just feel like we don't have to accept AI for absolutely everything. And it's pissing me off because people are like, use AI to scratch your elbow. Like, shut up. Oh my God. Blockchain. I mean, that's what crypto is, right? They were trying to get rid of that middleman for a long time. That's what crypto is. I believe. It just seems like it's not. They say 2026 is when the shift is gonna be like, bam, like everybody's gonna feel it. That's what they say. We'll see. So Chica, how do you how will AI assist with dating? It's gonna be a bunch of ChatGPT responses. I've already seen them. I'm like, this guy used ChatGPT for his profile. This is ridiculous. People are in the comment section of social media using ChatGPT, and they don't even know that they sound like AI. I'm like, you guys don't even know how to. Have you seen the WALL-E movie? Humans have a little bit of bone traveling. That's what. Humans have little bit of bone traveling through space. What does that mean? That's where we are heading. I have seen WALL-E. It's been a long time though. I immediately think of I, Robot. Remember that with Will Smith? I don't remember what WALL-E was about. I think I was kind of young when it came out. I think the shift will be completed by 2030, but in the meantime, AI will be growing day by day. You're right, 2030 is supposed to be when everything completely changes, including like currency. I guess I gotta get on this crypto stuff. I have a couple Dogecoins, but I have no idea what to do with them. Like I just bought them because I bought them because I heard I should a couple years ago. I have no idea what I'm doing with it. See, I'm the expert when it comes to people and psychology. You guys seem like you know. You gotta teach me some stuff. What? Tinder at one point had a beta where you could have conversation with virtual girls. It was a game where you had like 60 seconds to get the phone number. Virtual girls, as in like robot girls, or girls who are actually real? What the heck? This is getting weird. My issue is that people aren't smart enough and strong enough to say no. Okay, I get it in some capacities, but when you just welcome, like, we don't have any boundaries. That's my issue with humans. We don't have boundaries. We don't know what to say no to. We're just like, okay. Like, why do you need AI in dating? Come on. Like, when do you put your foot down? Like, I want better for us. I need AI to get my groceries. Keep the Doge. I have ETH. Is that Ethereum? Correct. Well, I don't know what you're saying there. DEA coins. I plan to make a couple of million from those. You know, I just have to make a bunch of money normally, and then I'll learn how to flip all that stuff. If I just get the current real money and then I just buy a couple of those, then I'll know what to do. I don't know what the heck you're talking about in there. Ay, Dios mío. I'm gonna use AI to like yeah, we're raising like really my whole thing is that I know why AI is coming out. And because I actually know why, none of it really makes me happy. But at the same time, it's like you can mope or you can get with the times. Change is inevitable, you know? Dogecoins will go up in about 6 to 8 years. Don't sell them, add to them. Okay. I don't believe in Dogecoin. Well, what do you mean you don't believe in Dogecoin? Like you don't believe it has potential, or what does that mean? That's Elon's coin, right? Did you guys know Elon has like a power plant out in Memphis, Tennessee for his he just wanted to get in the AI game, so he started XAI, and now he's got this crazy power plant out in Memphis, Tennessee, with like 47 gas turbines from a company I used to work for. And people are out there like can't even breathe. Should I go see the Bruce Springsteen movie? I have no idea what movie that is, Dakota. Yeah. 47 gas turbines to supply like one thing on a selfish level, I know that the field I'm getting into is going to become high demand because there's going to be need for higher data centers, more data centers to support the shift of AI. But we forget that AI needs all of this support and the support we're using is not clean. It's like we're using gas turbines to support data centers. And I learned recently from a friend, she's a sustainable energy engineer or environmental engineer or something, child, I don't know. But she's always talking about AI and why it's not clean. And I'm thinking, what does AI have to do with I had no idea. Like, what the heck does AI have to do with the environment? I'm thinking, now y'all just grasping for straws. And then when I saw Elon Musk's XAI, he wanted to get in the game so bad because he was late to the AI game. He's so late to the AI game. He decided to start XAI, made a bunch of power plants, and bought 40 to 50 gas turbines, and now people out there can't even breathe. Same issue was present with the Bitcoin miners. Really? This is crazy. So it makes me think this is an attack on the earth. Not just us, but the earth. Y'all. The mother is coming back, and they're trying to stop it. That's what's going on. The dark goddess is returning. They don't want that. So they're like, oh my god. They're not aligned with the frequency of this earth. They're so sick in the head. It's his documentary, Sings Dancing in the Dark and many others. Oh. I think if you're off till 12/1, you're lucky. What the heck? What's the date? November 16th? Oh, you chilling like a villain. I say why not? Go see the movie. Yeah, it's so deep that depending on the administration, we either focus on our planet or traveling to Mars. But I feel like Mars is not for us. When they talk about Mars, they're not talking about everybody going to Mars. They're only talking about a select few. I have a theory about that, but I'm not going to get into that because it uses so much energy. I heard one of those turbine plants uses more energy by itself than the small third world country. Yeah, it's just so much greed. Like, Elon, dude, you're already... It's not even about money for him anymore. It stopped being about money a long time ago. Now it's just ego, power play. Like, I'm late to the game. Too bad. Like, ChatGPT is always going to be the #1 AI tool. People are trying to compete with Chat. You can't compete with Chat. They were in on it too quick. You're late. Get over it. And now to make up for lost time, I'm trying to use all these gas turbines. Child, let me stop. It's about to piss me off just thinking about it. At this point, it's power. Oh yeah, it's definitely power. Anyway. Well, I feel like, honestly, I don't know what to do except get in the game. Like, at this point, I don't know what to do other than if you can't beat them, join them. And I hate that that's kind of like the mentality that a lot of us take when it comes to certain things. I don't want to contribute to what's happening or what the agenda is. But it's also like there's so many opportunities, you know, for people who are not even using AI. There's people who haven't even typed anything in ChatGPT yet. There's businesses that don't even know what AI is. Like, there's a nonprofit I work volunteer with. They're not using any AI. There's so many AI consulting opportunities out there. People are gonna make a killing just showing people how to automate their business. Yeah, keep doing your goals, your business first, and learning tools along with it. You're on the right path. Thanks, Dakota. Sometimes I get overwhelmed and I'm like, wait, should I do this? Should I do that? Like, what should I do? Don't sweat it. It's part of our natural progression as humans. Just continue to push us on the right path within the wave. I like that. Internet, AI, and huge waves. Yeah. Big facts, y'all. Big facts. What can you do? You can't change it, but you can use it for the right purpose. Yep. That's true. Get into the digital currency and securities assets game. That's where the wealthy are moving. But anyway, you glanced at it again. Wait, hold on, Chica. Get in digital currency. Okay, you're talking about like crypto and stuff, and then securities assets. I don't even know what that is. Security assets, like securities, like what do you call those? What is that called? Ooh, what's it called? Stocks, but yeah. Bonds. What is it? There's a specific one I'm thinking about. It starts with an M. Oh, okay, then that's what. Okay, thanks, Chica. All right, thanks, Rob. Stocks, bonds. I thought the wealthy were always in that stuff. Chica, you want me to tell you? Oh, what were you up there talking about? Let's see. Yeah, let's go roller skating when I'm out there. I go to a lounge, get some Ay, Dios mío. I've said this before. One of these days, maybe when my channel grows bigger, when I have like I don't know, more of a following. It doesn't really matter how big the channel is, but like I could do like a meet and greet where I meet everybody. With like an event, like I'll put an event on. No pressure, like a good time. The stock market blessed me so low this week. Even. Hold on, I need to turn my Wi-Fi back on. When I was in Colombia, I met a guy who was living off stocks, and I was like, what am I doing? I need to get in the game. Like, what am I doing? Like, how do you live off stocks? I'm not doing this right. I need to get in the game. Yeah, living off dividends. I mean, I get little tiny little dividends. I can't live off of it, but I'm like, how do I get bigger dividends? Meet and greet sounds good. I like competition. You guys are feral today. Invest more. I know. I'm so silly. I need to. I have like a portfolio. Anyway, so you guys, you guys are supposed to see me as a mentor, a friend, not a love interest. You know, my theory is that I don't think men and women can be friends. Too late. Hello and kisses from Baden, Germany. I didn't know Germany had a place called Baden. Hello there, Cribby. That's real. We can't just be friends. You can't. That's why I feel like when people say that, I'm just like, I don't think so. That's what I could do now, retire in another country, but I want all I can get before I slow down. Making money in the market is so easy once you learn. Oh my God. Let me get in this game, y'all. Let me get in this game. If you have 100K invested and it returns 10% on average, you can live off that. You can live off that monthly while keeping the 100K invested. Obviously, the more 100K you have, the more you have a month. Yeah, I heard good things about Thailand and Vietnam. Yeah. Honestly, that's what I should have did with my anyway. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess at the same time, like, you are still young and have a long time horizon. Feels like I need to hurry up, is what it feels like. I'm not in my 20s anymore. I know I'm young. I know that I am young. Like, I'm just, but people say the best time to start investing was yesterday. The second best time is right now. Whenever you need investing help, just call. I want to help as many people as I can. Yeah, I need help in this. I need help in this arena. Be safe and God bless you. Thank you, Cribby. God bless you back. I'm blessed by God. God has blessed me. I'm blessed by God. God has blessed me. That's an original. Oh. Chica, how old are you? Did you call him creepy at first? No, when I said it, it sounded like that. But oh, I thought, okay. What did you think? Well, I didn't know what to think. I'm simply just curious. Simply curious. Same age, single. No, I'm actually older than Chica. Chica, I'm older than you. Age is but a number. Ay, ay, ay. The logical and smart side of me knows it's time to get off this phone and go get my groceries. But I don't want to. No, I think I gotta go. Bye. Rob, shut up. You'll buy 3 just in case. Who's the third one for? Why do you guys want to impress me with the bus pass? It's not impressive. Chivalry and romance is dead, I see. I want hot Cheetos. Ooh. Where is, hold on. What is this button? Oh, I see. They may go down with a puddle. There's nothing wrong with like a walkable city. Like New York City, for example, it's a perfect place to walk and see the city, but not like somewhere that's like 10 miles away, obviously, you know. Good night, Cribby. Subscribe and you'll know, and turn your notifications on so you know when I go live. Yeah, guys, so I'm thinking about changing the name of this channel. I just want to reiterate that. "50-year home loans." Honestly, I don't know much about it. Give me more. Or I'll look into it further and I'll make a decision from there. But I didn't know about that one. What did he say about it? Hold on, let me get my charger. I know his big beautiful bill. I know. The big beautiful bill. It's so big and beautiful. Oh my gosh. What the heck? That's a long time to have a loan. 50 years. I mean, it's so long you could probably die before you have to even pay any of it back. Maybe that's the point. You know what I want Chipotle. Let me stop. Instead of mortgages being 30 years, they're going to be 50 years. That's stupid. Who wants to have a 50-year mortgage? I do know that there also is an agenda for people not to own anything. I know that for a fact. So anyone who's like, so someone who's like 35 right now is gonna be paying a mortgage until they're 85. Oh, monthly payments fall, but overall payment made increases. I see. So you're just paying. You're still so you're paying more because you're just doing it longer. I guess it's kind of worth it if you were gonna do more for less, or less for more, or maybe it's the same amount. I see. It's the same thing. I guess, right? So like a $500,000 loan paid in 30 years or 50 years, meaning you've got an additional 20 to pay it off. Well, it could help people get money. It could help people not get money. It could help people own. But who wants to be in a 50-year mortgage? Pay more interest just like a car loan trap. Yeah, I mean all of this stuff is a trap, you guys. Like it's better to just own land, I think, and build on it, you know? That's my opinion. Because you can even like grow food on it and stuff. Yeah. I like to watch a lot of homestead videos. There's this couple I found. It's called Life on. What do they call themselves? Life on. Oh my god, I always forget the name. They're cute. I think they're actually in Tennessee. They're Life on something View, Prayer View, Acre View. But they bought like 10 acres of land and they have a homestead and they grow all this stuff. And it's a lot of work. They just had a baby. Anyway, I thought to say that I love to see people grow their own food, and I'm like, yo, that's a blessing. That's what we should be doing. They say the average car monthly payment is $800. Oh no, sweetheart. That's why my old car. My car is 25 years old, and I do not care. You'll never get me to. Mm-mm. You can. I've never had a car payment. I've always owned my car. There's no reason. Unless you have like such a good down payment down where it's like, okay, my car payment's like $200 a month, if that's possible. The most I'd ever pay for a new car is like $250 a month. But who's paying $800 on top of their rent for a car? That's crazy to me. You keep me inspired that the intelligent woman is still out there. Yeah. Me too. I like got my cars outright. Yeah, it's like that's like the quickest depreciating thing we have is a car, right? It depreciates. They say it depreciates as soon as you take it off the lot. I think what bothers me is like the fact that the year won't even be over yet, and they already have the new year car. I'm like, damn, I didn't even get to have the newest car. It's like October of 2025, and they already have the 2026 commercials. 800 is foolish for a car no matter one's budget. Oh, for sure. There's no way. Hi, Marcus. Marcus, what was your name on here again? And I called you something else. I keep forgetting. It was like, I think I was saying your last name wrong, and I already asked you about this, but I forgot. But every time I see your picture, I think about how I was saying your last name wrong. And it was a really funny way that I was saying it. Hello, hope you're well, by the way. Yeah, but that's just crazy. Like, let's say the average people's rent nowadays is like, if you're in the California, New York, or whatever. Like people's rent alone is like $2,000 or more. The minimum is like $2,000. And people are paying $3,000, right? If you have your own apartment that's spacious and all that, like $3,000. But hey, if you, it ain't tricking if you got it. If you got it, be my guest. But even if I had like crazy excess, I still don't believe in that. $1,000 a month car repossessed. It could never be me. Never ever. Marcus Lucius, pronounced Lou. You said luscious. That's right. So Marcus, you gotta like, you had to have been called Luscious, like last name Luscious before. Had to have. Mm-hmm. $1,000 a month car repossessed. God bless him. That's all I gotta say. My sister, you two call the guy Luscious. I don't know. I'm going to see this movie until we connect again. Still on my phone. All right, Dakota. Enjoy Bruce Springsteen. See you next time. It always happens when I do stand up at a new spot. They're like, next to the stage, Marcus Luscious. Also go shopping. Alright, get yourself something nice. Enjoy. So what will you be calling your new channel? I think I'm just gonna call it Soul. Yeah, it's probably gonna be Soul or Sadiqa's Soul. That way you guys can like actually know my name. Oh, you were telling No, he was telling me to go shopping. Oh, I need to, get my grocery facts. Yeah, I can feel it. My nervous system is like, girl, what are you doing? What's so funny is that my body doesn't let me waste time anymore. And I love and hate that for me at the same time. Yeah, Soul's too short. I'm gonna it's gonna be Sadiqa's Soul. My soul. Sadiqa's Soul. Sadiqa's Soul. I think that's what I'll call it. And it's just gonna be the same stuff, but I'm not gonna do anything business related on here. I'll have to start a new channel for that. And that channel will be called You like that? Okay. All right. We got one taker. Yeah, because it's like, it's just me speaking from the heart. Where can we call Sadika's heart? Speaking from the heart, living from the heart, everything just from me, you know? And yeah. Yeah. All right, y'all, let me get my butt up. Ugh. My hair looks crazy. Brush my hair up a little bit and go to the store. A nice roar. Did you say, do you have a list? Oh, good point, Marcus. Yes, I do. I made a list while I was making breakfast. Because I was making breakfast and I was like, I could just make yogurt or put a little yogurt bowl together. And I realized I was out of granola, I was out of raspberries, and I was like, I guess I gotta go grocery shopping. I cooked my last 2 eggs today. So while I was in there, I did make a quick little list. Since it'll only be you speaking from the heart, just call it heart and soul. Heart and soul. I like that. I like that. Okay, Rob. Okay. Hold on a minute. You might be onto something. You know the thing about it though? I feel like I want people to know my name now. Because before I was calling myself Soulspiration, and I think I'll just start saying my name as well. Like welcome back to heart. Like if I say heart and soul, welcome back to heart and soul. I'm Sadika. Heart and soul. And it'll still be the Soul Tribe. We're still the Soul Tribe. I sell eggs from my chicken farm in my city, $4 per dozen. What? You got a chicken farm? Okay, period, Marcus. Marcus is the Eggman out in his neck of the woods. I'm like, yeah. But it is a deal. You get the little half dozen ones for $4. That's egg plug, but yes. I thought Soulspiration was your real name. You thought my name was Soulspiration. Yeah. I feel like I want people to know my name, and I want my channel to have a name. I honestly could just call it my name. Like people say like, oh, Nicole TV, or a lot of people, Brianna Marie. People always like use their first and middle name. Brianna Marie, oh, you know, and that's like a good way to brand yourself, you know? I think if I want to just brand myself and do like lifestyle and beauty and my makeup and all the other fun stuff and talk to you guys about this and that and that and this, I just feel like I've always had such a professional Sadika Soul TV. Ah, Sadika Soul. Rob, you're on fire tonight. This afternoon. I tend to overcomplicate things, so I'm gonna marinate on this one. I'm gonna write those two down and see what kind of resonates the most. I know, Marcus. I'm just over here thinking about the name. I got a lot of sleep, so my brain's working right. Uh-oh. Look what happens when your brain be working right. Look what happens when you get sleep, Rob. Period, y'all. Well, thank you for those suggestions, you guys. I appreciate it. Rob and Chica and Marcus for reminding me to get up and go shopping. I am about to get up and go shopping. I need to get groceries. And I want to come back and like pick out my clothes for tomorrow and just have time to relax. I think I'm just gonna watch a movie on my laptop tonight. That sounds amazing. Also probably gonna get some Chipotle. Ooh, all of this just sounds phenomenal. Last thing is that I realized I lived in a first world when I go grocery shopping and then go get fast food afterwards. Like that is such a first world thing. Like who, that is so spoiled. Like who does that? I know it, and I've only lived in the States, and I know that that is very spoiled and ridiculous and overconsumption. Like the average person somewhere else, like when I was in Colombia, the Colombians couldn't afford to eat out at all. And I'm just like, it didn't matter what color they were. They could not afford a restaurant. Anyway, I don't want to go down a tangent, but I watched the new horror film Weapons. It's ass. Don't recommend it. Okay. She don't need to shop. Marcus sent her some eggs for the whole week so she can live off that this week. All right, y'all. Let's see. We've been on here for 2 hours now. Time flies. We're having fun. Anyway, I missed you guys. Thank you for tuning in with me today and chatting it up. We went from everything. We talked about AI. We talked about eggs. We talked about ankle monitors. We talked about overconsumption. We talked about bad horror films. We covered a lot. So it's time for me to get up and get my life. Are you gonna watch the movie on live with us tonight? Probably not. But since my week has opened up significantly, I'll probably go live again. I'll go live again this week for sure. I might even start going live on my car rides home, but I can't look at the camera because I'll be in traffic. So you guys will have to bear with me. I'll just be like talking and like only reading comments when I can. So anyway, all right, y'all. Have a good night. Happy Sunday. I'll talk with you soon. Till next time. Remember, I'm changing the name. I'm changing the name. So you're like, who the heck is this person going live? All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.